forgotten your own Rosalia.
Oh, well,
It's me, Rosalia. You've come back to me.
I'm sure there must be some mistake.
I must tell my brother.
Your brother?
El Tigre, the tiger. He is the one who said you would leave me and return to your own country. He is the one who said you would desert me, betray me. And so he has been hunting you everywhere.
Hunting me?
He has sworn to kill you for this insult to our family name.
Well, why? How could I?
There he is! No, Tigre! Don't shoot!
If it's all the same to you, miss, I think I'd better be going.
So, I have found you at last. Say your prayers, betrayer, seducer.
No, he has come back to me.
He has?
Yes. Tell him you have come back to me, querido.
But I say, senorita...
Tell him!
Let me hear it from your own mouth.
The revolver...
It has 6 bullets. I have 6 more in the other revolver, and 100 more in my belt. Every one of them is for you, if you betray my sister.
Tell him you've come back.
I've come back.
Good. You will dine with us tonight.
I had this important engagement, you see.
Be at the agenda at 6.
6, yes, sir, yes.
I now have business.
Well, don't let me keep you, by all means.
I do not trust this one, Rosalia. He will try to run away again.
Oh, no. He loves me.
But this time he will be watched. You see, the end of the street, that is Siriaco. And they cross the street, Characayin. Both have orders to shoot you down if you try to run away again. Till 6.
Till 6. Now, Rosalia... Is that your name, Rosalia?
You mean you have forgotten my name already?
Oh, now, look, senorita, there's been a mistake. I am not who you think I am.
Oh, you are not Blondie?
Oh, no, ma'am, I am not Blondie.
But your hair is blonde.
Yes, that's true, but I'm not this particular person you think I am.
Oh, now that I look at you very closely, I believe I can see that this is so.
You made a mistake, eh?
I was so sure.
Yeah, well, you see, now it's a mistake, eh?
Yes.
Then, well, let's tell your brother, this El Tigre...
Oh, we could never do that. He would never believe me.
What do you mean? But if you say that I am not...
Oh, no. He is convinced you are Blondie, the North American who promised to marry me.
But I'm not...
And once he gets an idea into his head...
Yeah, well, all you have to do is just explain it.
No. It would be too complicated. And even if you're not my Blondie, you look enough like him. And after a while, will it matter?
Will it matter? What a philosophy. It seems that anybody can fall in love with anybody. Well, what is it? A super-confidence game? A sour hustler about to be out-hustled? In an O. Henry story, you never know. Certainly you don't know in the first act. We'll lead you a little further down the path in Act 2. O. Henry is telling us one of his favorite stories. And wouldn't you know, there's a woman in it to carry it forward, to give it character, suspense. A beautiful, dark-eyed lady named Rosalia, a hot-tempered brother named El Tigre, with 2 hair-trigger pistols, and Bernard O'Keefe, who can usually get out of almost any scrape, except this time he's not on his home grounds. Let's get him in just a little bit deeper.
Amigos, I propose a toast to Blondie.
Oh, Blondie.
Blondie, I know you are most anxious to marry Rosalia.
Well,
But love must wait.
It must? Oh, sure it must.
Tigre, why must love wait?
Because it is time Blondie and I discuss business.
What kind of business?
Business. Before all this love business got into everyone's way. Now, you will all leave the room. Blondie and I must talk business.
But Tigre...
Silencio. There will be time for love business later. Now, Blondie, first you must forgive me.
Forgive you?
Yes, forgive me. I had believed you had betrayed the cause.
Was that a fact? The cause?
The holy cause. But you are here. You have not gone over to the government.
Oh, well,
It was said you had joined forces with the tyrant.
The tyrant?
General Pomposo.
Oh, I would never...
And now, you are willing to give your lives blood for justice?
Oh, it's the least anyone can do.
You shall not rest until I liberate the people and become Presidente and Supreme Dictator.
Oh, that's a difficult job. Are you sure you want all that responsibility?
I have the rifles.
The rifles?
The Krag Jorgensen rifles, as you advised. You remember?
Yes, I remember.
One does not shoot up the presidential palace the way one shoots up a saloon.
Yes, I suppose so.
You suppose so? It was you who told me.
Then that's right.
It was you who said, El Tigre. The difference between a presidente and a bandit chief is that the presidente has an army. Not a rabble of ragtag cutthroats, but a well-trained, disciplined army of cutthroats. You recall? And you said, "Hey, Tigre, I will be commander of the army. This army shall place you high on the throne in the presidential palace." You recall? So, I have bought the rifles for my army. And the money, Where came the money for the 100 Krag-Jorgensen rifles?
I'm afraid to ask.
It was your money.
My money?
It was the money for Rosalia's dowry. I have used it to buy you an army.
Well, gosh, thanks.
You get an army, and I get a government. You see how both of us profit?
Oh, sure.
And therefore, you shall teach my men to behave like an army.
You want me?
Are you not the finest soldier in the world? Is not this what you have told me when I gave you the 50,000 pesos to...
Now I see.
And so now, you are the commanding general of El Tigre's invincible army. Tomorrow morning, we begin to train the army.
Blondie, awake.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
Oh, come. It is such a beautiful night with such a lovely moon. Come, let us walk.
Walk?
Yes, walk the way we used to.
The way we used? Look, Rosalia, you and me, we never used to do anything.
Oh, Blondie, querido, how can you say that?
Well, you're talking about another Blondie, a Blondie who, as far as I can figure, sold your brother a bill of goods that he could train troops, collected his salary, and skipped town.
Does it matter?
Well, of course it matters. I am not that Blondie.
But you are handsomer than that Blondie. So it is my game.
Yeah, but I don't know the first thing about training soldiers.
Oh, that is my brother's loss.
Oh, it's his loss, but he'll find out and he'll shoot me.
Well, then you must see to it that he never finds out.
Rosalia, don't you understand?
I understand that the golden moon shines in a sky filled with diamond stars. The nightingale sings softly in the sweet-smelling trees. And we stand here and talk.
Morning, Dr. Milligan.
No, it's the Yank. Well, when's the first airship going to come by to pay me for crossing my airspace?
Any day now.
What's holding them back?
Well, you see, Doc, they got to build it first.
You mean they ain't none in operation now?
Well, didn't I tell you were getting in on the ground floor?
Looks more like I got in at the cellar.
You know, Doc, just looking at you, I can't help thinking what a splendid soldier you must have been.
What's this going to cost me?
Oh, now, how can you say such a thing? All I want to know is...
Yes?
How the South trained its magnificent army.
You do?
Yes. Would you tell me, Doc, now you'd have your men out there on the field. What was the first thing you'd say to them?
The very first thing? Well, I'd stride out there just as calm, and I'd stand there without a word for a full minute. And then suddenly... Fire!
Jump to it! Move, you half-witted ornery lame bray! Move! When I say fall in, I don't mean at your convenience, when you're good and ready, but now! Right now! Quicker than lightning! Look alive! Heads up! Bellies in! Chest out! Hop, 2, 3, 4! Hop, 2, 3!
Oh, Blondie, El Tigre is so happy.
Yes, I'll bet he is.
Soon the army will march against the presidential palace.
March against the presidential palace.
With you leading the way.
With me leading the way.
Oh, my hero.
With me leading the way. Do you realize I could be a dead hero?
Oh, well, then I would cherish your memory forever. I would wear black the rest of my life. I look very beautiful in black.
But, Rosalia, somebody ought to tell you,
Oh, my beloved. See how the golden moon shines
in a sky filled with diamond stars. I know.
The nightingale sings.
The nightingale
softly.
sings in the sweet-smelling trees, yes.
And we stand here and talk.
We attack tomorrow at dawn, General Blondie.
Oh, we did. We what?
Attack! The army is ready.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes, you do not know these men as I know them.
Oh, yes, but...
How splendidly you have trained
Well, that's
them.
because nobody's been shooting at them.
But that is of little account. Each man is ready and willing to die for liberty and justice.
But,
for freedom, democracy, and truth.
Still...
One must know when to seize the moment, when to cast the die.
However...
You shall lead the invincible forces of the liberator El Tigre to victory.
I'm only
The
suggesting...
men, inspired by your gallant leadership, shall make this the most glorious day in the history of our nation. General Blondie, is the harbor all present and accounted for?
In a manner of speaking, yes, it is.
Then, General, lead your men forward to victory or death.
Lead them forward?
Siriaco, Salakain, see that you stay near our beloved general at all times.
While I'm leading the men forward, El Tigre, may I ask a small question?
But ask.
While I'm leading, where are you going to be?
Oh, I shall be in the rear.
In the rear?
See, I have two very good reasons.
Oh, you have?
First, how can I make a triumphal entrance into the town after you capture the palace unless I come from the rear? Huh? And second, if I am in the front, I could be killed. And then there would be no point to the revolution.
Oh, no.
However, no one will be killed. When they see us coming, they will throw away their guns and run for their lives. And now, you must go forward. At the head of your men. Go, my friend, into history.
And so the army, with me, General Blondie, at the head, marched bravely up from the beach, through the streets of San Juan, where the people blew kisses and threw flowers at us. And I thought to myself, maybe it won't be so bad after all. We'll carry off this little caper yet. And then as we marched up the long, broad, green lawn of the presidential palace, I heard it. And when you hear it for the very first time, it freezes the blood in your veins. It congeals the marrow in your bones. It was a mortar shell. Charge! Charge! I bellowed at the top of my lungs. I drew my sword and I turned to inspire my men. But when I turned, I saw I didn't have any men. Where a few seconds ago there were 100 marching soldiers behind me, now they'd all disappeared. I was alone suddenly, and I saw men, hundreds of them, not behind me, but in front of me. They had rifles with bayonets pointing at me, and they didn't look at all scared. They were out for blood, and there was no one there but me.
There was no one there but me. Yes. That should be the title of the Song of the Patsy. That is, if some composer should get around to writing it. Yes, indeed. Let's all get together and fight. And when it comes down to the bare knuckles, guess who's the only one to show up?